Welcome you to the Infineon Raceway for round number 16 of the 2014 NASCAR Spring Cup Series season. We are getting ready for our first road course race of the year. 17 laps of racing, and the thing about this race, no cautions. It will be green all the way through the 17 laps. And starting on the pole today, his third pole here at Infineon, Jamie McMurray in the number 1. He will lead the field down to the green flag alongside the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Row 2, two drivers who knows how to go to victory lane on the road courses, Marcus Ambrose in the number 9 and Tony Stewart in the 14. And then we got on row 3, kind of surprising row 3, AJ Allmendinger will start in the 5th place. We know he is good on the road courses, along with Brian Vickers in the 55. And then you see on row 4 at the left of your screen, Clint Boyer in the 15. And Kurt Busch in the 41 will be on row 4. And row 5 we have the 22 of Joey Logano and the 66. This is Michael McDowell. NWR has hired McDowell to drive the 2 road course races this year, driving this Toyota for NWR. Row 6 we got Jimmy Johnson and the great run for David Gilliland in qualifying. Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch in row 7. Ryan Newman, Martin Truex in row 8. Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski on row 9. We're going to get row 10, top 20, Kevin Harvick. And this weekend in the 32, it's more said in that 32, HendrickCars.com. Here's the rest of your starting grid. We do have some other new drivers in this race. Replacing Michael McDowell in the 95 this weekend is Parker Kligerman. He'll be in this 95 car when McDowell's in the 66, meaning Kligerman will also be in this 95 car at Watkins Glen. Some other new changes. Ron Fellows driving the 33 Canadian Tire Chevrolet for Joe Falk's team. He'll be in the 33 this weekend. Scott Speed making his first start of the year in this 77 for Randy Humphrey's team, usually driven by Dave Blaney. Cole Witt is not in the 26 car this weekend. Mike Wallace, kind of a surprising driver to be in a cup race on the road course. Mike Wallace will be driving this 26 car for this race. And Reed Sorensen, J.J. Yeley will complete the field. Matt Kenseth in the 20 car is still our points leader. He picked up his 3rd win of the year last week at Michigan. He leads Brad Keselowski in the 2 car in the point standings by 11 points. 3rd in points is the 22 Keselowski's teammate Joey Logano, and Logano is 88 points behind. And Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards are your top 5 in the points. Dale Jr., Paul Menard, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, and rookie Kyle Larson make up your top 10. So that is all for the pre-race news. We're going to sit it down trackside so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Like we said, no cautions. Green flag racing from the start to the end. Who will be winning race number 16 of the year? We'll find out when we take the green when we come back. As the field are making their way through the S's and about to complete the final pace lap before we go green. This is the Toyota Mart 350 here at the Infineon Raceway, Sonoma, California. Jamie McMurray won the pole here in 2007 and also won the pole here last year. He's now a 3-time pole sitter at Infineon. Jeff Gordon, multiple time winner here at Infineon. Same thing with Tony Stewart. Marcus Ambrose, 2 wins at Watkins Glen, but never a win here at Infineon. Brian Vickers, the 2009 pole sitter here. Clint Boyer, 2012 winner here. See through on the field. David Gilliland finished 2nd here in 2008. Kyle Busch won here in 2008. Martin Truex won here last year. So we have some drivers who are still looking for their first win of the year, like Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Tony Stewart. Now, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart on the outside, Jamie McMurray and Marcus Ambrose on the inside. They're just now getting up to full speed. There we go. McMurray is now on the inside of Gordon. And they make their way down the final time. We'll see the pace car. Final time we see this car slow. As the green flag is underway, McMurray gets us underway. 17 laps to go at Infineon. McMurray gets a great jump there on the 24. Jeff Gordon beats Gordon down here in the first turn. There's Ambrose trying to hang tough on the outside for second place. Now Gordon still trying to hang tough though on the outside of Ambrose. Now he has the preferred line. Tony Stewart in the 4th and Allmendinger in the 5th place. Right here is the turn where, not this turn, but down here is the turn that everybody seems to have trouble with. And I have to really watch these guys because this is where all the trouble seems to happen. And there goes the 18 of Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Parker Kligerman, Greg Biffle's had issues in here as well. This is the turn where everybody seems to have issues. Parker Kligerman making his first start for Levine Family Racing. Not the start he was hoping for. Greg Biffle, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick. It's like these guys are all stuck there. Denny Hamlin. Take you back up to the front where Jamie McMurray has put on had a little gap on Jeff Gordon, but now Gordon's got to the back bumper of McMurray. Now he looks at the inside of McMurray coming up here. McMurray cuts him off though, trying to keep this lead. The 1 car has not been in victory lane this year. Neither has the 9 car of Ambrose. And Gordon's still right in the back bumper of McMurray though. He knows that a win can very well put him in the chase. Right now Jamie McMurray is 12th in points. So right now, even if he does not have a win, he would still make the chase based on his points position. Jeff Gordon second. Here comes Marcus Ambrose looking for second place. Gordon shuts the door. Tony Stewart right now running very well in 4th place. Allmendinger, Vickers, Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Clint Boyer, and Michael McDowell, your top 10. Then Jimmy Johnson, David Gilliland, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, and Dale Jr., your top 15. Austin Dillon, Boris Said, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Eric Almirola, and Casey Mears, your top 20. Then Matt Kenseth, Kyle Larson, Michael Annett, Paul Menard, Reed Sorensen, Casey Kane, Carl Edwards, Josh Wise, Scott Speed, and Landon Castle. Speed's all over the place right now. Allgaier. Here's Mike Wallace in 26, David Reagan, Ryan Truex. And there's Ryan Newman as he's stuck in the gravel trap in that term, the term that we were talking about. We can tell you that the 18 of Kyle Busch, the 4 of Kevin Harvick, and the 95 of Parker Kligerman have all lost a lap. Kyle Busch was 4th in points. Kevin Harvick was 19th in points. Jimmy Johnson has been able to get around the 66 of McDowell, puts him up in the 10th place. And up front, Jamie McMurray still holding up the 24 Jeff Gordon. Here comes Allmendinger. Ooh! It's Stewart, a little tapping for Stewart in the trap. Vickers goes around as well. Ryan Vickers and Tony Stewart were running inside the top 5. And Vickers gets hit by Truex and Vickers is over. Ryan Vickers, 21st in points. It's been a horrible season for that 55 car. And he is up and on his side, or up on his roof, and not the finish that Vickers is going to want him to have. And there's Ron Fellows and Denny Hamlin crossing back here in the back. There goes David Reagan, Carl Edwards, Mike Wallace, Edwards. And there's Tony Stewart just now leaving. Was trying to lead. Reed Sorensen, Scott Speed, Kligerman, and Harvick are still back on track. And so is Kyle Busch. And here comes Jeff Gordon to the outside of McMurray. Now he'll have the preferred line heading into this upcoming turn. This Ambrose just trying to watch, trying to look for a place to go. Now Ambrose, he's going to look to the inside of McMurray. And Allmendinger, who made contact with Stewart, is now up here trying to get in the mix, as well as Ambrose goes to the inside. Kurt Busch right now running in 5th place. And there goes Ambrose. He's now stuck in the trap. The 9 of Marcus Ambrose having a great run in his finish. He might be able to get on the track. Just depends if nobody slams into the 9 like they did into the 55. And there's the 78 of Truex, the guy who ran into the 55. So did Keselowski in the 2 car. You see all the damage in that 2 car. But unfortunately for the 9, he was able to get back on track. As Jamie McMurray is still up in the front. There's Reed Sorensen on pit road. Ron Fellows. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 also on pit road. Carl Edwards, Brian Vickers. There's Tony Stewart. Last time by, he was 31st. That's been the season for Tony Stewart, who made his way up to 16th in the points. There's Keselowski in the 2 car. He is on pit road, trying to find the leaders. And here is Jamie McMurray out front of Jeff Gordon, AJ Allmendinger, Kurt Busch having a great run, and Joey Logano in 5th. Clint Bowyer, Jimmy Johnson, Michael McDowell, David Gillen, and Marcus Ambrose top 10. And McMurray kind of got loose down in there, but hold it on. And we can tell you that the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. has took his car behind the wall, so tough break for the 88 of Jr. Denny Hamlin also out of the race in the 11 car. Now we've seen Jeff Gordon get up right on the back bumper of the 1 car. It's like, the 1 car is fast. The 24 seems to be a little bit faster. Just could not get by this Keselowski leaving pit road. Reed Sorensen going another lap down as he stays on pit road for another lap. Let's see who's the fastest at the line, as Jamie McMurray is your leader. Jeff Gordon ran a fast lap that time. So it looks like Jeff Gordon is one of the quickest cars on track. Here's Joey Logano. He's caught the 41 of Kurt Busch. This is a battle for 4th place. Clint Bowyer having a great run right now. 11th in points for Clint Bowyer. A well-needed run right now for the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. 25th in points. And Brian Vickers is back on track after we saw him flipping over. Right now running in 36th place. A lap or 2 down. And here comes Gordon. McMurray did not get in that turn as well as the 24 Gordon did. Saw McMurray kind of fighting that car as he was about to go off track. And here comes the 24 Gordon on the back bumper. And Gordon's going to give McMurray maybe a little tap getting into this final turn. This is the turn where to really decide who's going to win the race or get the spot. And here comes Allmendinger in the 47 trying to get in the battle for the win. Or battle for the lead, I should say. Here are 2 teammates, Michael McDowell, Brian Vickers. And we can tell you also that Denny Hamlin will be finishing 42nd and Dale Jr. will be finishing 41st. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch right now 39th and 40th. We saw them kind of drive away from the 1 of McMurray as they were not far from going another lap down. And here's the 2 Brad Keselowski. Tough break for the 2 car, and Carl Edwards in the 99 has took his car behind the wall, so the 99 of Edwards is done for the day. Harvick and Busch are both 2 laps down, along with Kligerman, Sorensen, and Vickers. And the 33 of Ron Fellows is 1 lap down, and everybody else are being shown on the lead lap. Keselowski, the last car on the lead lap. Ron Newman 32nd right now, Scott Speed 31st, and JJ Yeley's on pit road. And the 44 does have some damage. The 83 of Ryan Truex and the 34 of David Reagan. So it's the 51 of Justin Allgaier. And the 20 of Matt Kenseth took his gun behind the wall. What has happened to the 20 of Kenseth? We're actually going to go and see what happened. As our points leader, who's had a great year so far, started in the back, and here's the 20. And all you see the damage on the front of that 20 cars, so he had to go behind the wall after he had some major front end damage. So that puts 4 cars out of the race. And so far, Jamie McMurray's been in the lead for all 8 laps, looking for that first win of the year and his first win here at Infineon. Remember, in 2007, there's Kevin Harvick slow. They're able to get by. Harvick might have a flat tire or something. We're talking about McMurray, who leading this race in 2007, but ran out of fuel in the win. went to one Pablo Montoya. That was when McMurray was at Rouse. And old Gordon almost went off track right there and helps the 47 of Allmendinger close the gap between himself and Gordon. And coming down pit road, the one of Jamie McMurray. Making his way down pit road. We should see some guys coming down pit road because this, I believe the pit stops are enabled for this race. McMurray coming down to the attention of his pit crew. There's Casey Kane on pit road in the 5. I don't see really that much damage in the 5, so this might be a scheduled pit stop for the 5 of Kane. There's McMurray coming into his stall. Morissette is also on pit road. Morissette has some rear end damage. Trying to get this. Here we go. Almirola is on pit road. Michael Nehings, Josh Wise, and Mike Wallace. They're now coming down pit road. Now the leaders went to the 24 of Jeff Gordon. He is now a leader. Allmendinger's second. Kurt Busch, Logano, and Boyer. Johnson, Ambrose, David Gilliland right now in 8th. Martin Truex Jr. and give a call to Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon, not really the who says that he's not really one of the best road course racers out there. Right now running it very well in 10th place. Michael McDowell's off pace. Tough break for the 66 as he was having a great run. He might have run that court out of field as he's driving through the grass. He was 8th and now he sees in the grass and something is amiss with the 66 of Michael McDowell. There goes Casey Mears by Morissette. Now he just now came back on the track, but he might have a sway bar issue or something going wrong. That car does not look right, and there's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ron Fellows now making their way down pit road. And is that the 38 blowing up? The 38, oh, David Gilliland blowing up. Having such a great run inside the top 10, and his day goes up in smoke as he now gonna take his car to the attention of his pit crew, and the 38 of David Gilliland is done for the day. Ryan Truex and his teammate David Reagan, Gilliland's teammate David Reagan, is also out the race. Trying to find a one of McMurray. There's McMurray. And AJ Allmendinger is going to get the lead away from Jeff Gordon. Kurt Busch will be 3rd. 4th will be McMurray. 5th will be Logano. Johnson goes to 6th and Boyer drops to 7th. Ambrose, Dillon, and Truex should be the top 10. Justin Allgaier and JJ Yeley are also out of the race. So that should leave 34 cars remaining on track. And also we just got word that the 38 of David Gilliland is out the race with a header issue. It's a tough break for the 38. Let's check on the 66 and Michael McDowell once again to see if they got that problem fixed. He's now leaving pit road. There's Ron Newman coming out of pit road as well. Here's Clint Boyer in the 15. Lost. Did not really have a great pit stop. Yeah. Scott Speed in the 77 on pit road now. Might be leaving pit road. Now Jamie McMurray was able to get around the 41 of Kurt Busch, so McMurray's now in 3rd. Jeff Gordon on the back bumper of the 47 of AJ Allmendinger, looking for his first career win in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. JTG Jardy Racing looking for their first win. Remember, Allmendinger drove 2 races last year for Penske Racing in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and he won in both of those races and dominated each one. Road America, and also on the other one at Motorsport. And first full year with this new team, the number 47 that was driven by Bobby Labonte last year, the last couple of years. And AJ has put some good runs in this car, 27th in points so, but a win today could put this team in the chase. How big would that be? Jeff Gordon looking for his second win. Remember, he won at Las Vegas earlier in the year. And Jimmy McMurray in 3rd place has been closing the gap on these two guys up ahead of him to see who is quicker at the line. And McMurray is quicker by a pretty good distance on Allmendinger, and right now 47 is in control though, and there's the 95 of Parker Kligerman, the closest car ahead of the 47 of Allmendinger. Not sure if Kligerman will be a issue to Allmendinger. Gordon, McMurray. Here's 4 guys: Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, and Jimmy Johnson. All these guys except the 4 Kevin Harvick are battling for a position. And the 4 is up to speed. Remember, Harvick was one of those cars, like along with Kyle Busch, Kligerman, and the 95 who went off track in that one turn on the first lap. And ever since then, it's been all downhill from here. And there goes Logano and Johnson. They both almost lost their cars. Now Clint Bowyer under attack from the 9 on Marcus Ambrose. Remember, Ambrose went off track before the pit stops. And Allmendinger is catching Kligerman. We're going to watch this race right here between AJ and Parker, and if they are all able to get around the 95, okay, we're going to be giving you a little full field rundown. We do not want to miss anything that could happen between the 47. But first, real quick though, Eric Almirola in the 43 having a great run in that 43 car right now, running inside the top 10. Trying to hold off rookie Kyle Larson, who's trying to crack the top 10. '95 of Parker Kligerman right now. It's not as slow as we thought he would be. He's kind of pulling his game right now. Coming down here, see Gordon closing the gap on the 47 of Allmendinger. Wait for that 47 to maybe make a mistake and allowing the 24 to pounce. Coming down, will be 4 to go. For AJ Allmendinger, looking for his first career win in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Jeff Gordon second, Jamie McMurray, Kurt Busch, and Joey Logano, your top 5. A great point save with the 22 Logano. Jimmy Johnson, Clint Bowyer, Austin Dillon, Marcus Ambrose, and Eric Almirola. Kyle Larson 11th, and there's the 78 Martin Truex Jr. on pit road. Ryan Victor's right now 29th. Ron Fellows 27th. Michael Annett right now running in 12th place. There's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going by the 7th. That will drop Annett to 13th. But still, what a great run for this 7th car, Michael Annett. Your best runner as of right now. Landon Castle running 14th. This guy has been very impressive this year. And this 40 car for Hillman Racing. Casey Mears right now running again inside the top 15. Casey K not winning the day he was hoping for. Josh Wise the 16th. Greg Biffle, Mike Wallace, Paul Menard, and Tony Stewart has worked his way up into 20th place. Back up to the front though, and the 47 still has not caught the 95 of Kligerman. In fact, this most recent last lap, Kligerman was actually quicker than Allmendinger. So if Gord's waiting for this 95 car to slow down the 47, I don't see that happening because that 95 is actually being quicker than the 47. And McMurray's speed is his lap times kind of fallen off. '78 and Martin Truex Jr. has took his car behind the wall. Tough play for '78. He will finish 33rd, it looks like. This Keselowski in the 2 car. He was running inside the, or almost inside the top 10. he was actually running outside the top 10, but something close to 10th place. He ran into the 55 of Brian Vickers. That's where that damage on the 2 car came from. Coming back up in the front though, AJ Allmendinger, 2 laps away from his first career win in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. He's been impressive his whole career. He first came to NASCAR in 2007. Failed to qualify for about, I think it was a total of 19 races he failed to qualify. Struggled in 2007, struggled in 2008. In 2009, he had an opportunity to drive for Richard Petty Motorsports and drove for that team through 2009 to 2011. 2012, got the job for Penske Racing until he failed a drug test, lost his ride at Penske Racing, even though he still drives for Penske in the Nationwide Series. And then in at the end of 2012 through 2013, he drove some races for Phoenix Racing. Then made the move to JTG Daugherty Racing in the 47. They announced that he was going to be the driver of this car all year long. Now, Allmendinger's really helped this team really progress in their a small little team. This is not the biggest team. Right now, coming to the white flag, Jeff Gordon trying to close, but I don't see Gordon closing in because this 47's been fast all day long, coming around. Pit stops got him up front, and today we'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go for AJ Allmendinger. So the most slower cars ahead, the 95, the 66, and McDowell. McDowell's actually being quick, slower than the 95 of Kligerman. We've seen last lap passes. And now, one of the quickest cars on the track would be this number 4 car of Kevin Harvick. Unfortunately, though, right now he's 32nd, 3 laps off from the leaders. There's really been no change inside the top 10. Kyle Larson actually lost time to the 43 of Almirola. We saw him battling with the 43. Making the way into the final turns, he started inside the top 10. Knew he was going to be a factor after his dominance in the Nationwide Series on the road courses last year. Coming down into the final turn, the 47 of AJ Allmendinger makes his way out of the final turn. Jeff Gordon trying to close in. It won't be enough. First time winner of the year is going to be Allmendinger. Allmendinger wins at Infineon. Picks up his first career win, first win at Infineon, and could very well have just put himself in his first ever NASCAR Sprint Cup Series chase. Congratulations to the number 47 team of AJ Allmendinger, as he is our winner. So that means the Toyota Save Mart 350 winner is AJ Allmendinger, Jeff Gordon second, Jamie McMurray, who led the first half of the race, third, Kurt Busch and Joey Logano top 5, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Bowyer, Austin Dillon, Marcus Ambrose, and Eric Almirola. Michael Annett 12th place, Landon Castle, Ricky Stenhouse, Casey Mears, Josh Wise 17th, Mike Wallace 18th. And 33rd on down did not finish the race. Tough race for the 38 of David Gillen, having a great run. Parker Kligerman, his first race in the 95, not a great showing from the 95 team of Kligerman. Next week, though, is the Quaker State 400 at the Kentucky Speedway. So we'll see you there, and Allmendinger will be heading to that race with a win. So, great confidence booster for the 47 team of Allmendinger. We'll see you next week at Kentucky. Congratulations to the winner today. We'll see you next week at Kentucky.